The rainbow footbridge, usually a beacon of joy, now bows its back in silent despair. A heavy, warm mist, thick with unspoken grief, exhales slowly from its drooping arches. This strange vapor clings to the air, muffling the usual cheerful sounds of footsteps of passageway land softly, absorbed by an unseen, plush, sorrowful fabric. Each step feels heavy, as if treading upon a sleeping, suffering, sentient creature. The vibrant hues of the bridge's painted planks seem dulled by an intrinsic sadness. Its grand, sweeping curve, once an arc of hope, now resembles a weary, slumped shoulder. Children crossing, look up, their innocent eyes reflecting the bridge's palpable melancholy. One small child pauses, his tiny hand reaching out to touch the humid, sorrowful air. "It's sad today," he whispers, his voice barely audible amidst the bridge's silent sigh. No adult corrects him, for they to feel the profound, inexplicable ache emanating from the structure. A collective, unspoken understanding settles over the town, heavy as the pervasive mist itself. The bridge does not merely exist. It suffers. Its very existence, burdened by an ancient sorrow. Its drooping form is a silent testament to a pain too deep for mere planks and paint. The mist carries a faint, sweet, metallic scent, subtly mingling with the town's usual aromas. This unusual exhalation suggests a living distress, a deep-seated, chronic, structural fatigue. The bridge's rainbow colors, usually so vivid, now blend into a muted, melancholic spectrum. Every architectural line, once sharp and confident, now softens, blurring into a mournful curve. A subtle tremor runs through its length, a shiver of profound, lingering, structural discomfort. The very air around it feels heavier, charged with an invisible, sorrowful, weighty atmosphere. The crew arrives, their expressions etched with concern, sensing the bridge's profound suffering. They approach the drooping structure, their tools clinking softly, a stark contrast to the quiet. Pox, ever observant, notes the unusual density of the mist, thick as a heavy, forgotten blanket. Luma scans the atmosphere, her device humming, registering an anomalous energy signature nearby. Stitch traces the bridge's bowed lines, feeling an intuitive pull towards its central, aching core. Moss, with his connection to the earth, feels a deep, resonant hum beneath the very pavement. Tick! The quietus listens to the wind, catching faint, almost imperceptible, sorrowful murmurs. The bridge seems to shrink under their gaze, a creature withdrawing into its own profound distress. Its suffering is not passive. It actively radiates, permeating the very air of FluffTown. They know this is no ordinary repair. This bridge demands a deeper, more empathetic understanding. The vibrant hues, once so cheerful, now appear almost bruised, reflecting an inner, structural pain. The mist clings to their uniforms, a damp, cold reminder of the bridge's relentless, sorrowful breath. They prepare their instruments, a silent symphony of readiness against the bridge's mournful silence. The task ahead feels monumental, requiring more than just tools, but a profound empathy. The bridge sighs again, a long, drawn-out exhalation, as if acknowledging their impending arrival. Its very essence seems to communicate a story of weariness, of enduring, profound, structural age. The crew shares a silent glance, understanding the gravity of the sentient structure's deep sorrow. They step onto the bridge, their weight feeling insignificant against its immense, suffering form. The rainbow paint, a superficial shield, remains remarkably pristine, belying deeper decay. Yet, beneath this cheerful facade, the structural integrity of the bridge quietly. The robust wooden beams, designed for eternal strength, are subtly softening from within. Their once firm surfaces yield under pressure, betraying a hidden, insidious, internal rot. Pox, with keen eyes, meticulously inspects the metal fastenings, feeling for any weakness. His fingers trace along the bolt heads, detecting a strange, gritty texture beneath the sheen. He finds several crucial bolts corroded, not from external elements, but from the inside out. A dark, viscous residue oozes from tiny fissures, hinting at an unnatural internal deterioration. This internal corrosion suggests a systemic issue, a deep-seated, hidden, pervasive sickness. The metal itself seems to weep, dissolving slowly under the influence of an unknown, dark agent. Moss kneels, placing his palm flat against the damp, warm wooden planks of the structure. He closes his eyes, focusing his senses, feeling for the subtle vibrations within the bridge. A distinct, slow pulse resonates beneath the boards, akin to a large, sleeping, animal heart. This rhythmic throb is unsettling, suggesting a biological anomaly within the bridge's core. It feels like a slow, deliberate beat, a life force struggling within the decaying timber. Moss opens his eyes, a look of profound concern etched upon his usually calm, stoic face. He knows this bridge is not merely a structure. It possesses a hidden, suffering, biological essence. The vibrant colors above mock the hidden decay below, a cruel deception upon the town. The surface beauty is a fragile mask, concealing a profound, internal, structural devastation. Each beam, though outwardly sound, harbors a growing, insidious, internal vulnerability. The very fibers of the wood are transforming, yielding to an unseen, internal, transformative force. Pox meticulously documents each corroded bolt, his pen scratching against the damp, official paper. His brow furrows with concentration, understanding the gravity of these deep, internal structural failures. Luma deploys her sonic scanner, its soft hum penetrating the bridge's seemingly solid mass. The readings flicker erratically, indicating unusual densities and unexpected, unseen, internal voids. Stitch runs her hand along a beam, feeling an unnatural warmth radiating from its core. The wood feels strangely pliable, almost spongy, rather than its expected rigid, unyielding form. Tick observes the patterns of corrosion, noticing a peculiar, almost organic, branching structure. He suspects a deeper, more sinister agent at play, beyond simple rust or environmental wear. The bridge continues its soft exhalation, the mist now seeming to carry a faint, metallic taste. The team moves with a quiet urgency, their movements precise, their focus unwavering and intense. They are peeling back layers, not just of paint, but of the town's carefully constructed illusions. The pristine surface is a lie, a beautiful deception over a profound, internal, systemic illness. Every creak of the wood, every soft sigh of the mist, tells a story of hidden, structural agony. They understand this isn't just repair, it's an intervention into a living, suffering entity. The bridge's pain is palpable, a silent plea for release from its internal, insidious, slow decay. The team prepares for a deeper investigation, knowing the surface reveals only part of the truth. They must delve into the bridge's core, unraveling the secrets hidden beneath its painted smile. The atmosphere grows heavy with unspoken questions, the bridge's sorrow a pervasive presence. Each member feels the weight of the task, understanding the bridge's plight on a deeper level. They are more than mechanics. They are diagnosticians of a world slowly revealing its wounds. The soft groan of a beam echoes, a warning from the bridge's deepest, most vulnerable inner core. Their tools seem to hum in anticipation, ready to confront the unseen forces at play. Within, the mist swirls around them, an ethereal curtain obscuring the full extent of the bridge's internal suffering. This is not just wood and metal. This is a living testament to a hidden, painful, structural memory. The air itself feels charged with the bridge's quiet desperation, its silent, aching, profound plea. They realize the colorful bridge is not just broken. It is suffering profoundly, deeply, and silently. The beautiful paint hides a secret, a dark, pulsing reality beneath its cheerful, bright facade. Their mission shifts from repair to understanding to deciphering the bridge's silent, profound language. The bridge's droop deepens slightly, a visible manifestation of its increasing internal structural distress. They must uncover the source of this internal rot, this strange, consuming, internal desolation. The very essence of the bridge seems to call to them a silent, desperate, urgent appeal for help. The air fills with the faint scent of decay, a subtle counterpoint to the bridge's sweet, metallic mist. They know the cosmetic repairs are futile. A deeper, more invasive approach is now absolutely necessary. The bridge holds its breath, it seems, awaiting their next, crucial, profound, investigative move. The crew shares a determined glance, ready to face whatever secrets the bridge's core might conceal. Luma activates her specialized scanner, its beam piercing the bridge's softened inner structure. The display illuminates with an alarming pattern, revealing a network of highly conductive pathways. A dark, viscous substance, almost alive, pulses through the wooden grain, an unseen, vital fluid. This black sap, highly energetic, exhibits an uncanny hunger for electrical current and connection. It threads along the internal nails and bolts, mapping the bridge's entire structural anatomy. The sap seems to possess an innate knowledge, an ancient memory of the bridge's original blueprint. It flows with a deliberate, almost intelligent motion, weaving through the decaying timber fibers. Stitch, compelled by curiosity, reaches out, her gloved fingertip brushing against the cold, dark sap. A sudden, sharp flash of foreign memory floods her mind. Vivid and profoundly she sees a brief, fragmented vision. A distant, shadowed city, crumbling under an unseen force. A sensation of immense pressure, of being crushed, overwhelms her, then quickly dissipates into nothingness. Her hand recoils, a shiver running down her spine, the residual image clinging to her perception. The sap itself seems to hum with a low, resonant frequency, a silent, ancient, profound language. It resembles black ichor, a living debt flowing through the bridge's veins, demanding its due. The conductive properties are extreme, far beyond any known natural or manufactured substance. Luma adjusts her scanner, attempting to quantify the sap's energy, but the readings are wildly erratic. The sap appears to be consuming the bridge from within, transforming its essence, changing its very nature. It is not merely rot. It is an active, consuming, intelligent, structural transformation. Pox observes the sap's slow, deliberate creep, recognizing a pattern of deliberate, invasive growth. Moss senses the sap's ancient, primal energy, a deep connection to something profoundly elemental. Tick notes the way the sap avoids certain materials, hinting at a selective, discerning intelligence. The air grows heavy with the sap's subtle, metallic temps, mingling with the bridge's sorrowful mist. They realize this sap is not just a leak, it is a manifestation, a living, active, structural memory. It represents a profound, ancient debt flowing through the very infrastructure of the bridge's suffering now takes on a new, more sinister dimension. Powered by this dark fluid, they are no longer just repairing. They are confronting a living, hungry, structural entity. The bridge moans softly, a low, resonant sound, as if in recognition of the sap's deep presence. Its vibrant colors seem to dim further, overwhelmed by the dark, insidious, internal invasion. The crew exchanges worried glances, understanding the profound implications of this dark discovery. This black sap is a key, unlocking the deeper, darker truths hidden beneath FluffTown's cheerful facade. As news of the bridge's decay spreads, the townspeople reacted with an unsettling, strange detachment. Locals refuse to cross, offering a barrage of rehearsed, identical, unconvincing excuses. My shoelace needs tying, one murmurs, while another claims a sudden, urgent, pressing appointment. Their eyes, however, betray a deeper fear, a silent, knowing dread of the bridge's true nature. They avoid eye contact, their smiles fixed and strained, a veneer of forced, false cheerfulness. The mayor, a figure of placid authority, arrives, his expression carefully devoid of genuine emotion. He suggests closing the bridge permanently, citing safety as the primary, overriding, urgent concern. His words are smooth, practiced, yet they carry an undertone of dismissal, of enforced, quiet suppression. Tick! with his acute hearing, notices a peculiar, disturbing linguistic repetition amongst the residents. He hears the exact same phrases, word for word, repeated by different mouths, echoing eerily. "It's safer this way," one whispers, a phrase eerily mimicked by another moments later. Precisely. This uncanny repetition suggests a deeper, more pervasive control, a collective, silent, imposed amnesia. The town seems to be suppressing a shared, uncomfortable truth, an unspoken, collective, dark secret. Their collective denial is a thick, impenetrable fog, mirroring the mist from the ailing bridge. The crew senses a wall of unspoken fear, a collective refusal to acknowledge the bridge's suffering. FluffTown thrives on manufactured contentment, and the bridge's pain threatens that fragile illusion. The mayor's concern for safety feels less about protection, more about maintaining the narrative. He wants to silence the bridge, to bury its distress, to preserve the town's forced, superficial calm. The town's infrastructure is speaking, remembering, and warning, but nobody dares to truly listen. Their tools feel heavy, weighed down by the town's collective, unspoken, profound, heavy denial. The black sap throbs beneath them, a silent counterpoint to the town's loud, manufactured silence. The crew understands the true battle is not just against the sap, but against pervasive, collective ignorance. They must expose the truth, even if FluffTown resists, even if it prefers its comforting, soft sedation. The bridge continues its subtle moaning, a mournful lament against the town's willful, profound deafness. The townspeople's eyes, though avoiding the bridge, sometimes glanced nervously at the crew's activity. A flicker of something fear. Recognition, suppressed memory crosses their faces, then vanishes. They are prisoners of their own carefully constructed peace, unwilling to disturb its fragile surface. The crew feels the pressure, not just from the repair, but from the town's quiet, insistent, collective resistance. The mayor's gaze lingers on Stitch, a silent, unsettling warning in his otherwise bland, placid eyes. He seems to possess a deeper understanding of the bridge's nature, one he actively seeks to conceal. The air grows heavy with unspoken threats, with the weight of FluffTown's carefully guarded secrets. The bridge seems to shrink under the collective denial, its suffering intensified by the town's neglect. The crew prepares to delve deeper, knowing their actions will challenge the town's very foundation. Ignoring the town's veiled warnings, the crew begins the arduous task of lifting the bridge's planks. They pry up the heavy, rainbow-painted boards, revealing the dark, wet underbelly of the structure. A network of shallow channels appears beneath, resembling intricate, pulsing, biological arteries. These channels, filled with the black sap, carry an almost palpable current of living, dark energy. The sap pulses rhythmically, a slow, deliberate beat, mirroring Moss's earlier, disturbing discovery. The channels lead inexorably towards the storm drains, marked with faded, ancient foundation wax. The wax, once a vibrant seal, now appears brittle, cracked, hinting at long-forgotten, powerful closures. Each time a crew member utters the word repair, a faint, almost imperceptible sigh echoes from below. This spectral sigh seems to emanate from the bridge itself, a mournful response to their invasive work. It is a sound of profound weariness, of enduring ancient pain, released with each hopeful utterance. The exposed channels throb with a dark, inner light, reflecting the crew's headlamps with an eerie gleam. The air grows thick with the metallic scent of the sap, now more potent, more acutely sensed. The bridge's internal structure is laid bare, a vulnerable, suffering, exposed, living organism. Pox carefully inspects the channels, noting the sap's corrosive effect on the underlying bedrock. Luma scans the exposed sap, her device registering an exponential increase in its raw, dark energy. Stitch feels a strange kinship with the exposed channels, a recognition of profound structural wounds. Moss runs his hand along the channel's edge, feeling the slow, deliberate pulse against his fingertips. Tick listens intently, catching fragmented whispers carried on the subtle currents within the open structure. The foundation wax, though faded, retains a subtle warmth, a residual energy from its original sealing. They understand these channels are not mere pipes. They are veins, carrying the town's living debt. The bridge's sighs intensify. A chorus of unspoken suffering as its true nature is finally revealed. They are dismantling not just a bridge, but an illusion, exposing the raw, aching truth beneath. The very act of repair feels like a violation, yet a necessary one, for the bridge's ultimate healing. The black sap gleams, a sinister river flowing through the exposed, vulnerable, structural core. Each plank lifted exposes more of the dark truth, more of the bridge's profound internal agony. The crew works with determined precision, their faces grim, understanding the task's immense gravity. The bridge's suffering is undeniable, a visceral experience for each member of the dedicated crew. They are uncovering a deep wound, a systemic illness embedded within FluffTown's very foundation. The faded foundation wax is a cryptic clue, hinting at the architects of this profound structural pain. The air hums with the sap's dark energy, a silent, potent force permeating the exposed, open structure. The bridge's sighs are heartbreaking, echoing the hidden suffering of a town built on profound illusions. They must proceed with caution, for the bridge's pain is volatile, its secrets deeply, profoundly held. The exposed channels writhe slightly, almost imperceptibly, as if responding to their intrusive presence. This is not just a repair job. It is an archaeological dig into FluffTown's hidden, dark, true history. The black sap, the bridge's very blood, pulses with a life that demands both respect and profound fear. As the crew works, the black sap begins to move with an unnerving, deliberate intelligence. It creeps along the exposed metal of their tools, a dark, living vine climbing their wrenches. The sap adheres to the gleaming surfaces, its tendrils slowly enveloping the cold, hard steel. Pox's primary wrench, once sharp and formidable, visibly dulls under the sap's insidious touch. The metallic luster fades, replaced by a strange, matte finish, as if the sap consumes sharpness. Its cutting edge softens, its grip weakens, becoming less effective, less capable, less precise. Luma's protective gloves begin to heat up, growing uncomfortably warm, then intensely hot. The sap's extreme conductivity surges unpredictably through the material, overwhelming the insulation. A faint, electrical crackle emanates from her hands, a visible manifestation of the sap's potent energy. The tools are not merely coated. They are being absorbed, their very essence subtly, profoundly altered. The sap recognizes their implements, sensing the metallic resonance, drawn to their inherent power. It treats the tools as extensions of its own network, attempting to integrate them into its dark system. The crew realizes the sap is not passive. It is an active, intelligent, profoundly invasive entity. It seeks to disarm them, to neutralize their efforts, to protect its hidden, structural domain. Fear flickers in their eyes, a stark realization of the sap's cunning, adaptive, formidable intelligence. Their trusted instruments, once symbols of control, are now vulnerable to this living, dark influence. The bridge's sighs grow more insistent, almost a warning, as the sap actively defends its territory. The black substance pulses with a renewed vigor, a silent, defiant challenge to their intervention. Each tool touched by the sap becomes heavier, imbued with an oppressive, dark, unseen weight. The metallic scent intensifies, a sharp, coppery tense filling the air, mingling with the mist. They must find a way to counter this sap, to shield their tools from its insidious, consuming hunger. The battle is no longer just structural. It is a profound clash of wills against a living, dark force. The sap's movement is deliberate, a slow, methodical advance, asserting its dominion over their efforts. They feel a growing sense of helplessness as their implements become compromised, dulled, weakened. The bridge itself seems to hold its breath, watching the silent, unfolding, crucial confrontation. The stakes are rising. The sap is a formidable adversary, far beyond simple, inanimate, structural decay. Its intelligence is chilling, its methods insidious, its presence profoundly, deeply unsettling. They must adapt quickly, devising new strategies to combat this living, hungry, dark substance. The metallic surfaces of their tools shimmer faintly, reflecting the sap's dark, consuming power. The crew stands firm, their resolve hardening, ready to face this unexpected, profound, vital threat. Responding swiftly, the crew devises a countermeasure, a plan to isolate and contain the sap. They begin installing a ceramic barrier ring, a gleaming, impenetrable shield beneath the bridge. This ring is designed to cut off the sap's flow, to sever its connection to the wider structure. The smooth, white ceramic contrasts sharply with the dark, pulsating, exposed sap channels. Moss, with focused determination, applies a specialized soil-binding resin along the barrier's edges. The resin, a thick, golden liquid, quickly hardens, encasing the sap in a transparent, amber-like seal. It creates a solid, unyielding containment, trapping the dark fluid within its designated boundaries. Stitch, with meticulous precision, begins stitching a physical seam across the main sap channel. Using reinforced synthetic fibers, she creates a literal closure, a definitive, unyielding, physical barrier. Each stitch is a deliberate act of containment, a thread weaving defiance against the sap's advance. The fibers glow faintly as she works, imbued with a subtle, protective, counter-energetic charge. The sap recoils slightly from the ceramic and resin, its tendrils withdrawing with reluctant, slow movements. It seems to sense the finality of their actions, the impending, profound, structural isolation. The bridge's sighs lessen, replaced by a hesitant, almost hopeful, quiet, anticipated stillness. The crew works in synchronized rhythm, a ballet of deliberate action against the encroaching darkness. Their faces are set with grim determination, knowing the success hinges on their precise, swift execution. The ceramic gleams under the work lights, a stark symbol of their resolve, their unwavering commitment. Moss's resin hardens, forming an organic, glowing amber shell around the contained, dark substance. Stitch's seam tightens, a visible scar of healing across the bridge's once vulnerable, open wound. The air begins to clear, the metallic temps receding, replaced by the faint, clean scent of fresh resin. They are not just sealing a leak. They are reasserting control, reclaiming the bridge's true essence. The sap, though contained, still pulses faintly, a reminder of its living, enduring, dark presence. The crew steps back, a sense of cautious accomplishment settling over their weary, determined forms. They have created a temporary peace, a fragile truce with the bridge's insidious, internal illness. The rainbow planks wait to be replaced, ready to once again conceal the deeper, darker truths. But for now, the flow is stemmed, the sap isolated, its hungry advance, for a moment, halted. The bridge seems to breathe a little easier, its structural tension visibly, subtly, finally easing. They know this is merely a battle won, not the war against FluffTown's profound hidden ailments. The contained sap, a dark jewel in amber, glows with a muted, residual, ominous power. The crew prepares for the next phase, understanding the fight for FluffTown's soul is far from over. Slowly, tentatively, the warm mist returns, but softer now, gentler, less like exhaustion, more like relief. It drifts through the air, carrying a faint, sweet fragrance, cleansed of its former, sorrowful, metallic temps. The bridge itself responds, rising a fraction of an inch, as if regaining its posture, its inherent dignity. Its bowed back straightens subtly, shedding some of its immense, structural, profound, oppressive weight. A collective sense of quiet triumph washes over the crew, a shared moment of profound, hard-won peace. The rainbow colors seem to regain a subtle vibrancy, reflecting the bridge's newfound, fragile hope. For a fleeting second, Moss hears a distinct, ethereal whisper carried on the soft, gentle breeze. "Thank you," the bridge murmurs, its voice a blend of gratitude and profound, lingering, ancient sorrow. But it's not over, the whisper continues, a chilling, resonant echo of an unfinished, ongoing struggle. The message is clear. Their efforts have provided respite, but the true battle still looms, vast and unseen. The bridge's relief is genuine, yet tempered by a deeper, more profound, structural, enduring knowledge. It understands the temporary nature of their victory, the the transient balm to its chronic internal pain. The townspeople cautiously approach, their faces reflecting a mixture of hope and lingering, deep apprehension. They sense the shift, the subtle change in the bridge's aura. It's lighter, less burdened, structural presence. The crew exchanges a silent, knowing glance, understanding the profound weight of that whispered warning. They've healed the wound, but the source of the illness, the foundation, remains hidden, deeply active. The air around the bridge feels lighter, cleansed, yet a subtle tension persists, a lingering, unseen threat. The bridge stands taller, a testament to their intervention, yet its memory of suffering endures within. The mist swirls, a silent witness to their triumph, and to the ominous, whispered, future prophecy. The crew prepares to pack their tools, their minds already contemplating the bridge's cryptic, profound message. They know this is a temporary victory, a brief reprieve from FluffTown's pervasive, deep-seated ailments. The bridge's gratitude is a heavy burden, a promise of battles yet to come, of secrets still concealed. They have merely scratched the surface, glimpsing the true, profound, underlying nature of the feeling of accomplishment is fleeting, overshadowed by the ominous, whispered, future prophecy. The bridge, though mended, remains a sentinel, a silent guardian of deeper, more profound, cosmic truths. As they gather their equipment, a bead of residual black sap gathers almost deliberately on a plank. It pulses with a faint, dark luminescence, an unyielding, living, concentrated remnant of the threat. This single, potent bead slowly rolls towards their toolbox, its movement unervingly precise. It stops abruptly at the crew emblem, a compass finding north, recognizing its familiar, true home. The sap quivers, almost in recognition, clinging to the metallic surface of their team's insignia. A chill runs through the crew, understanding the sap's profound, disturbing, intelligent connection. In the far distance, a storm-drained cover shifts, a low, metallic groan echoing from deep beneath. Something unseen stirs below, a colossal, ancient, hungry presence responding to the sap's call.